It's the Soul Fantasy Show. Soul Fantasy Show. Hey, it's the Soul Fantasy Show live for February 13th, 2020. Today for DraftKings Fanduel and Yahoo top picks and plays and stud trending plays on Instagram and Twitter. Please subscribe to this channel if you already haven't. Thanks a lot for coming to watch these videos. I'm going to break down all the top players of this very small slate before the All-Star game break. You're going to have to do your best because you're not going to have any games till next Thursday. I'm going to be doing hockey for the next week and reaction videos. So here you go. We got Chris Paul at the top. He's a top watched player for FanDuel. Now, if you go over to DraftKings, let's see who the DraftKings top watch player is. Drew Holiday. Chris Paul is right under Drew Holiday. Now, if you want to play those guys together, that's a very great idea today because the only stud really is Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I mean, other than that, you got Chris Paul and Drew Holiday. SGA, you got him. All right, now, here's what you do when you go to Yahoo, but do not necessarily think the top studs from DraftKings and FanDuel will fit or be good in your Yahoo lineup. They might mess you up. So here is what I'm going to show you for Yahoo. Let's go over Yahoo. So there's the baller contest. Once again, it's only $8. First place is $5,000. You're going to need a very big score. But it's only 4 games. So those are my favorite kind of games. All right, enter the contest. Let's go over on the top studs. We got Kemba Walker priced down to $35 because what did he do last game? I'm assuming he didn't do anything. 24. That doesn't mean he's going to get a 24 this game, so keep in mind he might be good. But today we basically have a lot of people who are going to be playing Drew Holiday, who is coming off a 45 and 54. He's red hot. And we have Chris Paul, who's coming off of 47. Now, let's just say we put Drew Holiday and bam. We ignore Paul George, who is the stud, and put Chris Paul. Now, you have Zion as your power forward. You have Ingram, who was out last game and is also questionable for this game. This is going to be a very important injury to watch. This is going to be the most important injury for this whole entire slate because there's only 2 games. So you are going to have to keep your damn eye out on him. If he's out, once again, you look at how they priced Leonard down to try to lure you into him because they know there's other cheap guys. All right, he put a 55. He puts 50s up. He puts 60s up. He might do that. He's 46, just like Trae Young was on the last slate. Now you have Hart. Now I was tricked into playing him. He scored 30, so I mean $18 for 30 is good. You have $200 in salary. So if you get 18 and convert it to 30, you're going way over 200, and you need to have around 300 to cash. And to win top prizes, you need 350. Unless it's a very slow day. But on normal day, which could be the case for today because there's only 2 games. But they're my favorite. People don't have a lot of options. There's not a lot of ways to beat you. You know the most guys that are the best. Now a lot of people had faith in Marcus Morris Sr., who has just joined the Clippers. But you know what he did? You paid 16 for a 22. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's $5, $6 more than what you pay for. So say that everybody does that. You have $200 in salary. You're only going to get like a 240, 250. That's not going to cash. So he's not playing good enough. To me, it looks like he could trick you and get this 36. He's getting these minutes. Let's see. Marcus Morris played 35 minutes versus the 76ers on Tuesday. Okay, one of the main reasons why I did so bad is because he was playing against the Sixers' tough D. They're one of the top teams in the league in defense. He's playing Boston now. They're pretty good as well. I mean, you're going to have problems rostering Morris Sr. Now, as we go down the list, I don't see any $10 guys you can play. I don't know. None of these guys. So the cheapest guy here, small forward, is Morris Sr. So if Ingram's out, you're just probably going to have to either play Tatum or Leonard or just play Hart. I mean, Hart's pretty good. So let's just say, all right, Ingram is out. So we'll just throw Hart in. All right, so now we have $23 left to roster. Here's our top centers of the day. We have Harold, Adams, and Thies. Favors, Canner, Zubac, and price down to the almost rock bottom is Noel for this 0.2 game he put up. And people disappointed the hell out of thousands of people. Look at that. 0.2. 8 minutes. Now that Adams crushed it with his 36 and 32 minutes for only $19, that's what you need. That's almost doubling your points. So if you spend $200, you're getting $400 if you double up on every player. This is damn near double, so you subtract a little bit, it's about $360 if you had this kind of play for everybody. So that's what you want. Now he's getting the minutes, so let's just put him in. He's probably the go-to guy here. Now, we have a lot of options. We have Leonard, if you want to go the stud route. We have Williams, if we have Zion Williams, if Ingram's out. Ingram's pretty much looking like he's out. So let's just go into this slate like he's out. So there's Williams. Now you have Hayward, you have Gianardi, and you have Melli. Let's see how Melli did. Melli put up $10. He's only $11 now. He put up a 27. He's getting a lot of minutes. Bam. There he is. Now you still have $27. Do you have a stud? Is George going to do anything? He put up 33 for $38. That's less than your salary. So say every guy did that, and you spent $200, and he had about 5 less. That's 190 points. You ain't beating no fucking buddy with 190 points. So, thanks for continuing to watch this video. I don't know if I want to play Paul George, but he's going to be high owned. So, I mean, you're going to look at this. This guy's going to be out. No, it says he's probable. This guy's always has a problem. All these friggin' Boston guys are always questionable. He suffered another injury on Tuesday night, but after the game, Coach Brad Stevens said it was just a contusion on his calf. Brown has been dealing with sprained ankles, so the news wasn't yet another sprain. So he did not sprain his ankle. So it looks like he's playing. Maybe you can just throw him in just to have the contrarian play. Then you have options. Do you want to throw a top center, another center in? How did Favors do last game? He didn't do anything. He scored 21. He only had 21 minutes with Ingram out. Favors is not an option. Do not put Favors in. Thies, whatever his name is. $19.26. That's pretty good. Boom, there's Thies. Now you have $9 left. You have some Celtics in. Do you want to keep Hart, or do you want to try to go with Tatum? Tatum might be the man on this slate. He might be the hidden little gem. So say we want Tatum in there. He's killing it. So we're going to have to make some moves. So if we put Tatum in, we're going to have to remove Brown. And then there's Redick. How did he do last game with no Ingram in? Let's just assume Ingram is out, because I think he's going to be out because we're going in the ALLSTAR break. They're not just going to rush guys back. $12, $24, bam, that's a really good option. Bam, look at this lineup. There's your lineup, and you got $1 left over. You can even, let's see how Ball did. I think Ball did okay. I played Ball. He did average. So 29, you got a 33, you're getting 220, 230. You ain't beating nobody with that. And that's what Ball's been getting, with or without people. But then he has those special games where he gets 47, 40. So, we're not going to put him in. We'll keep Holiday in. But you have Schroeder, who's going to be less owned than everybody else because of how bad he did. But he's not necessarily going to do that. So say we put him in just to be contrarian to everybody else. Now, you're starting to develop a really good lineup. But you lost Drew Holiday. What the hell are you going to do? Are you going to switch Drew Holiday out with Ball? Are you going to play Kemba Walker, who's been struggling? Are you going to put Holiday back in? Are you going to try to trust yourself with Williams, who isn't doing too great? I would say no. You're going to have to put one of the two in, either Kawhi Leonard or Paul George. So here you can put Kawhi Leonard in. Bam. Now you have a nice contrarian lineup. It's going to be a little different than everybody else. So let's go back over at the top plays of the day. Now, as we see, the top plays, they have Enes Kanter very high up on the chart for some strange reason. Because I guess a lot of people are watching him. This is not the top players necessarily. It's the top watched players, the players that are being watched by people. So there's Kawhi Leonard's high up, Tatum's high up, Schroeder's high up, Theis high up, George high. Then as we go down, people like Nerlens Noel and Jaylen Brown aren't being as watched as much anymore because they're struggling. Lonzo Ball struggled, he's going down. Smart struggles. Hayes is useless. There's Melli way down there, but 3 fires for the last 3. Boom. Last 5 games, 28, 22, 25, 21. You got to get him in. You got to get Melli in. He's the only value I see right now. He's the top value I see. I mean, I'm just looking at this, but here's the top watch. That's for DraftKings. So now let's go over FanDuel's top watch player. It's going to be a little different. It's Chris Paul, Gianardi, Adams. Then they have Williams as the 4th most watched player. Drew Holiday, who, if right off the top of your head, you just automatically assume, looking at his price tag and what he's been doing, that he's going to be amazing. But it doesn't necessarily happen every time. You can't just go by the game log. I've made that mistake by just going, oh, this guy did good last game, and the last 2 games, boom, here we go. This guy did good, here we go. Put him in. No, you can't just necessarily do that. You have to try to predict the best players just for this game. Now, sometimes people put a bunch of Celtics in. Celtics are pretty healthy, even though what's his name? Jaylen Brown has that contusion and that sprained ankle. He's still one of the top watched players for some strange reason. So even when his last 2 games, he only scored 23, 0, 23, 28, and then he had that magical 48. So the people that are watching him are chasing that 46 that he had, and that was on FanDuel. So if we want to go to NBA and we want to go to sleepers and studs for FanDuel, all right, here are the salaries under $65K. Daniel Gianardi, Adams, Williams, Kanter, Brown, Montel, Schroeder, Marcus Smart, JJ, Josh. Then way down the list you have the others. And you have Brad Wanamaker, who's somehow still appearing as a sleeper, who is not a sleeper. Do not play him. He's a $3,900 waste. Shamet, $4,300 waste. Zubac is $4,800. He might get you 20, 25. But we want 30. We don't want 20, 25. Melio, he's the one that has started. And watch the starters. If he starts, that's the guy you friggin' want to get in. So here's when you see all the FanDuel sleepers. Chris Paul, Gianardi, Williams, Kanter, George, Kawhi, Shai. And then the list goes on and on. Now for DraftKings, all the top sleepers. Gianardi, Adams, Kanter, Schroeder, Harrell. All right, now, so that being said, as we see, here's our lineup right now. Do we want to change it? So from what that was FanDuel and DraftKings. That's not how you make a Yahoo lineup. Yahoo, you have to look at these prices. Now, Drew Holiday, he's expensive, $32. Paul, $31, a little cheaper. Schroeder's cheap. Williams, cheap. Williams is one of those sleepers. So, bam, sleeper, boom. Do you want to trust that? See, they had Shamet down there as a value. Boom, there's a value. Yeah, now, do you want to put Paul in? Because he's been on the top all-in list. Put Paul in. Kawhi Leonard's the most expensive. But guess what? You want to be contrarian. You don't want to just put the most expensive guy in there. Put Tatum in. Bam. There you go. Just put Zion in. You know he's going to smash with Ingram out. You have to play Zion. I don't care what anybody says. Now, Hayward, Giannotti, Hart. Now, as you look, we said to put Melia. He's the sleeper. Now, you have a lot of money to spend left over. You can go cheap. You can go Zubiak, Noel. You can try to catch that game. If Adams, let's see, plays well and he didn't get traded. New Orleans Noel only played 8 minutes. So basically, people are going with Adams. But is Adams going to do that again? They're saying play Cantor for some reason. There's a reason. Bam, Cantor. Now you have $35. You can either play Walker or SGA or Drew. If we play Walker, then we have to fade Tatum because I really don't want to play them both. So let's just play Drew, and then, bam, we have $3 left. Can we get up to Kawhi? Bam, there's Kawhi. Can we get down $2? We cannot, but he's injured, so we're going to keep him in. So there's Shamet. He's at $11. Paul's there. Should we change Paul to Ball or Schroeder? Just to put Kawhi in. Now we can see. Maybe we'll just put them back and put we can put Adams in, and then we'll just bam put Schroeder in. There you go. There's a nice little lineup for you. But guess what? Now we have too many guys from the same teams, like too many OKC guys. So we can change Paul right to our main squeeze, Drew Holiday. And bam, Schroeder can either change to Giannotti, and then you can go back up and see if you have a better center. You have no better options at center. No, you do not. You're keeping Zion in. Now you have $5 left. Bam! There's Kawhi Leonard. Bam! Screenshot. Bam! Saved. Bam! Perfect lineup. Don't mess with it. Leave it like this. Unless you want to take Shamet out, because he might not do anything. But if not, keep it like it is for Yahoo. But you can mess around with it. You can put Tatum in. You can take Shamet out and put Redick in. You can put Paul back in. And then you can go Schroeder. And then bam, there's another lineup. Boop. There's another one. Ooh, yeah. Or you can just like go down to Cantor like they were saying. And then put Ball in if you trust Ball. And then you can put Drew in. Have a lot of New Orleans guys. You can get rid of Schroeder. You can go back down to Lou Williams and then put Hart in. And then get rid of Melio and put Giannotti in. And then you can put Melio back in. And then boom, there's Leonard. And you have $8 left. And you have Ball, and you have Holiday, and you have Williams. Bam! Screenshot that shit. Save it. Boom. You got a nice lineup. Get rid of Williams. Boom. There's Paul. Boom. There's your... Oh, sorry. That was my credit card. Boom. There's your top lineup. Paul, Redick, Holiday, Leonard, Melli, Giannotti, Cantor, and Ball. That's the sole top Yahoo lineup of the day. Now, let me get you a free lineup. Please, if you already haven't, subscribe to this channel. Now, we're going to do a lineup optimizer really quick for you guys. Sorry, a lineup optimizer. Let's see. This is for DraftKings. Here's what they're saying right off the bat, because I have Drew Holiday targeted. Chris Paul, Lou Williams, JJ Redick. They have Marcus Morris in there because he's good on DraftKings, not necessarily on Yahoo. And his Cantor is good. And they're saying this because he's 3,900. He's 15 on Yahoo, so that might not be a great option on Yahoo. That's a big difference. Kawhi Leonard, 9,100. And Shea, all right. Now let's go with your top FanDuel lineup. Chris Paul, Ball, Williams, Drew Holiday, Paul George, Jaylen Brown, Zion, Noel, and Adams. Oh, they got Noel as a power forward. They got him on center in Yahoo. Now let's see how these lineups compare to our thing. So now we found out Cantor is only 3,900. So on Yahoo, you're not playing Cantor. Take Cantor the hell out. Sorry, hold on a sec. Take Canner out. So, who do we want? They said to play Noel. Bam, there's $4 more to play with, but you don't want to put him in. Well, maybe you have to stick with him. You have to stick with him. Unless you put Schroeder in, then you put Shamet in, then you put George in, then you have Kawhi and George in a lineup. You're kind of getting stuck with Melia. Even though he's the good value, you're kind of stuck with him unless you change Hart around. Then you're still stuck with him unless you turn Ball into somebody, maybe Lou Williams, and then you can get him into Gianardi. And there's a lineup. There's a Paul George type lineup. You could put Ball in, or you could stay with Schroeder. You could look for SGA somehow. Where the hell is this? You could put Morris in. They kind of liked Morris on there. SGA. You can go boom, Kemba Walker. Now look, you have a $40 budget with this, and you still have a sweet lineup right here. So bam, put Adams in. Bam, put Tatum in. Bam, look at that lineup. Boom, there you go. $3 more. So you can see what you can do. We can get Zion in, and then go to Redick, and then we can go to Paul, and then we can go back to Hart, and then we can go to Smart, who we haven't played yet. Now just play around with your lineups. Just keep doing this until you get the best lineup. It's the Soul Fantasy Show.